Hey everyone, how are you doing out there?
I'm awake.
You're like,
Hey,
oh,
I went to the doctor today and they gave me a whatchamacallit, steroid and muscle relaxant. They didn't tell me they put in a trank with it, so I've been chugging 3 of these a day today.
woo. And I can do that. I can get to and I froze again.
That's all right.
Yeah, the system just can't keep up with me broadcasting here all the stuff I do on YouTube, StreamYard and stuff for YouTube. And it freezes up just for a second, which is a lot better than it used to do on Sparklight or Spark Dark, as I call it.
Yeah. Still snowing?
Actually, no. It's windier and heck out, but it's all clear today. I got some stuff done. I actually filmed 2 videos, which I got to edit tonight and get those out. But all right, let's start. I hope Dave. I forgot to send out the links. So I had to post it in the chat here. Hopefully, Dave comes over and sees it, figures it out.
No problem.
Yeah. A little bit behind with all the stuff going on today. So let's say hi to everybody that's in here. First in was Kaylin Strain, followed by Butch at Sand Hollow Homestead. Kaylin's been having some great MRE reviews lately here, guys. So, check those out. And Butch at Sand Hollow Homestead put out the funniest video today. And it was basically all these snow geese, Canadian snow geese come down in the field out there. There must have been over 10,000 snow geese out there coming in. And it was just hilarious watching these flocks come in, other ones taking off, turn around, coming back in. It was hilarious. Bottom Dollar Outdoor. Hey, how's it going? And Uncle Al saying hi to everybody. Gunslinger Outdoors. Courtney, Wide Family Farm. Martha, Old School Prepper. Tina? Or was it Tammy?
Tammy for Rebel Canners.
Tammy for Rebel Canners.
Remember, folks, I'm full of drugs right now, so I'm not too clear on everything.
World Without Rule of Law. Aideneer.
It's an old joke from Cheech and Chong. Dave doesn't live here anymore.
And everyone's saying hi to each other, but okay. Carol, Fishes and Lowe's Life. Drops Family Garden. And we are caught back up.
There was a video from Irish Colleen. If you want to see how big the thing came out of her, it's like
the kid. Yeah.
No, not the kid, the tumor.
Tumor? Oh, okay. Okay, that's right. Yeah. Well, I know, she was talking about I just lost it, the name of the dog.
Briggs?
Briggs. Yeah, Briggs. Yeah, Briggs passed away. Her dog Briggs passed away.
Yeah, went outside, did his business, and had a heart attack and died inside.
Yeah. So yeah, winging it with Irish Colleen is she's having a tough time right now, emotionally. All right, so we're waiting for Dave to come in here, and while he's putting Charles to bed, I'm going to tell you a little bit about. I'm going to have a little outline here. I want to read off to you about tonight's show, so you know what's going on here. So basically, I wrote this so we wouldn't get too far afield. What is a prepper? Well, those of you who've been following my channel, you follow my channel because, hey, you pretty much are a prepper or a homesteader, which still means you're a prepper. And most of you don't have a problem with being called a. Okay, get rid of that. Had a message pop up here. A recommended channel from YouTube. No, I don't want to see that channel. Yeah, a board of education meeting. No, I don't want to see that. And it's not even for anywhere around me.
Right. Well, Gil's trying to think of What do you
I got my stuff here. All right. So that said, there are a lot of people who prepare for things and don't consider themselves preppers. Let me bring this over in front of me so I can actually read it without looking off to the side. They don't consider preppers because of the bad connotation that mainstream media has labeled preppers as. That is, aka weirdos, nutcases, conspiracy theorists, stuff like that. Yeah. Well, we're going to set that on what a prepper really is, and that the image that most of the public has from mainstream media is false. Actually, it's outright lies what they're saying about what preppers are. So, and they're just selling that lie to get ratings so they can make more money from sponsors. Ooh, it's reality TV. No, it's not.
Nope.
So what you need to do right now, I'm going to ask everybody to do this, is to go ahead.
Dave's in the chat.
Dave's okay. Hang on a second. Is he coming up yet? Not yet. Okay. So guys, what I'd like you to try to do right now, take a minute here. Go ahead and share this out on your social media outlets so your friends can learn that being a prepper is not weird, but it's normal. And that they do prep somewhat, even if they don't realize it. And actually, they should be doing more prepping, and it's okay to do prepping. All right. So while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about something else here for a second. And Dave, I put the link up in the chat up above. Scroll back up there. Let's see. Maybe I'll just throw it in here again real quick. I still have it there for you. All right. There you go, Dave. Yeah, I got distracted and forgot to email out the link to these guys. Running around with a hamburger burning earlier and trying to get some stuff done. So one of the things I'd like to also point out, and it's in the device is not connected. Dave's coming in. There he is. I'd like to point out down in the description down below here is the link to my 1,500 subscriber giveaway. And basically going to go over it really quick here. I'm not going to tell you all the stuff, but hey, you have a chance of winning a Zippo emergency fire kit.
That's all I want. That's all I want. I don't need the mechanic stuff.
Yeah. And there's going to be 3 place winners, but there's basically the green screen's taking it out here. Hang on one second. I'll just blank that green screen off for a second. So we got the 12 regular lids in a box. There's 4 boxes of these I'm giving away and 4 boxes of the wide mouth. And people get their choice to pick out it. It's explained all in the video, but that's what I have for my giveaway. And, right now the prices of canning lids, if you can find them, it's a little bit ridiculous.
Not here.
Yeah,
they're plentiful here.
Plentiful there. And some of the other areas, like I was at Walmart, no canning lids, none, zero, nip, not nada. The only thing you had were the plastic screw-on ones by Ball for dry canning, and then they had a few jars. That was it.
They could set up a side business. They could set up a side business selling lids and jars out of back into the car.
Don't have a car.
No, he could set it up
Back
selling
of the wagon.
off his live stream. Send orders too. I got 15. Oh no, I only got 14 boxes left now. Actually, I had thought of giving away a bunch of 22 stuff there, Carol, but that would probably get me in all sorts of trouble. So.
Sure would.
Yeah.
Well, see, here in Ohio, we benefit from one thing here in Ohio, the late freeze that we had. So it's causing people who normally buy stuff to can with to postpone it.
Yeah. Martha's saying it's hard to find them there too as well. Mm-hmm. All right, so hopefully everybody's had a chance to share this out, either on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and maybe we'll get some of your friends in here so they can learn that, in fact, even though they say they're not preppers, they actually do prepare a little bit, and it's okay for them to go a little bit farther. All All right. Now, here's one reason why you would want to get your friends to be preppers. Once they start prepping and start getting their own supplies, guess whose door they're not going to come knocking on? Yours, because they already have their stuff. So the more friends you get to prep and get their own stuff, that's the less people coming after your stuff.
Or do what I just did.
Move.
Well, not only that, but a lot of the major excess stuff, I just gave it away. So now they have extra stuff that they didn't intend on having.
All right, so I'm going to start this off with a slideshow as normal, but this is going to be I'm using a bit of levity in this one, and I'm tweaking Jeff Foxworthy's deck to point out exactly you might really be a prepper and not realize it. And while I'm doing the little slideshow presentation, if you guys can come up with your own little tagline things, to throw in the chat, go ahead and do that. And let's get over here to this. Here we go. So you might be a prepper if. Okay, let's go to the blank page and into the first line. You might be a prepper if you buy extra food when it's on sale. People that do that generally don't consider themselves preppers. All right, and the next line. If you study before taking a test, how many college students cram for tests? Oh, I got to prep for the test. Or some of which have been studying all along. They're trying to get ready for the test. That's preparing. They're trying to prepare for a test. They can do that in other parts of their lives. They can prepare for other stuff. You might be a prepper if you have a business plan. You might be a prepper if you fill the car up before you take a trip. You might be a prepper if you make sure there's TP before you sit down. This one was for Courtney. Pooh!
Bidet.
And the next one here. You might be a prepper if you take a towel with you to the beach before you go swimming.
But I'm going to answer half of those real quick. That's just common sense.
Yeah. You might be a prepper if you read the ballot before you vote.
Well, that's future common sense.
Now you notice my buddies over here all laughing their fannies off. Yeah, read the ballot. Yeah. Unfortunately, too many people in too many states just didn't read. So a lot of them, I guess, aren't preppers. If you might be a prepper if you think carefully before you speak.
Never.
Of course, I like the way Bill's looking at Jeff there. What the heck are you talking about? I wasn't going to put another tag in there where somebody just pops up. Really?
That's more like the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah. You might be a prepper if you make sure there's air in the spare tire. You might be a prepper if you check that you have money before you go to the store. I've actually seen a couple people show up at the store. Where's my wallet? Where's my purse?
Where's my pants?
Sorry, I'm broke.
I haven't seen that one, Uncle Al.
You haven't been to Walmart, the superstore. I've seen people without pants. It's like,
Lord. It's other stuff up here in Idaho. You might be a prepper if you look in the mirror before you go outside. There's your pants.
Again, Walmart. I live in California. You go look at a big superstore Walmart. There's people in pajamas, loungewear pants, somebody with no pants, lady in her underwear.
No. That's not the worst. I was watching for just noise in the background. I like sometimes putting on the World's Best People or whatever it's called, Amazing People.
Right.
And inadvertently, I had autoplay on. The next video that came up is the World's Best People from Walmart. There
Those
was
are funny.
a woman, this is no lie, I swear, she had a crop top on that she shouldn't have been wearing. and everything else was covered with electrical tape. That's what it looked like. I can't say that's what it was because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough to cover anything.
Yeah.
Just,
well, speaking of the Walmart, when we're going to the next slide here, actually in California at the Oakland Walmart, before they closed it down, I went in there on the way to work to grab some stuff, for lunch. And there was this guy that actually he's probably twice the size of Larry, the cable guy there. He was wearing a cut off tank top, so it's just barely hanging down in front of his oversized man boobs, and a thong and a pair of flip flops. Yeah, that was bad.
Lord. It's
all right.
Better than my story about the guy with the rubber waders and the trash bag who came into Walmart to buy lunch.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, all right. The next one here is you might be a prepper if you check the date before you drink the milk. Or you might be a prepper if you measure it before you cut. As my dad said, measure twice, cut once.
Or if you're me, measure 5 times.
Yeah.
Because invariably, I always get the first 2 measurements off.
And of course, if you get her done properly, you might be a prepper.
Yep. Get her done.
Dude.
I told my family if I ever run for public office, I will get it done and nobody will like me.
Might be a prepper if you use newspapers or toilet paper during the lack thereof. I was getting started on homesteading. Came up with that one.
And of course, Courtney had to make a rear-ended joke out of it. Sorry. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary Beth. Hi, David. I wrote Uncle Hal twice.
Okay. Dang knifeful. Okay, I'm just looking at some of the, make sure everybody. Okay, there weren't that many people adding their own little. You might be a prepper if in there. Okay, we've had. Let's see who all. David Lynn came in. Go back up here. I saw some others come in. Getting started on homesteading came in, and I think those are the only ones that snuck in here that are making comments. All right.
I think Steve's lurking around someplace.
Could be. I know he made mention that he liked the time change on that time change video.
Dinner.
Yeah. All right, guys. So along these lines, and everybody inside chat, Cecilia just came in.
Yep.
Mary Beth Smith just came in. You can go ahead and add some of your thoughts to this as we go along. But looking at what I was talking about there, and I was poking fun at some of the stupid things, but most people in life, they're trying to make something of themselves, prep in one way or another. They study for whatever. They get, they're going for a job interview. They prepare. They get, dressed up. They get the right clothes on. They look into whatever company they want to work for, find out it's the right type of company for them. If they're trying to get college education, they try to find the right field that they're going to go to. They'll have an interest in. They study stuff. Hey, Butch.
Bottom dollar.
Butch says, you might be a prepper if you collect hundreds of 5-gallon buckets. Hey, Kathy. Bottom dollar says, you might be a prepper if you spend your Tuesday night polishing feed ramps and loading while watching a mainstream about prepping.
Never admit openly to doing such things. Because all mine were lost in a boating accident when I lived up in Michigan.
Yeah. Hardneck Farms is in here.
Okay.
Just came in. All right, so there are things that people do that claim, there's no way I'm a prepper. I am not a prepper.
Do you remember the terminology we came up with last year? APE.
APE.
Advanced Emergency Preparedness.
Yeah.
Remember, we're a bunch of apes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So, but a lot of these people, I'm trying to get away from the ape because I'm already to bust up laughing with a side joke on that.
Hey,
squirrel!
We came up with it last year on my live stream.
Yeah. All right. I thought it was Advanced Preppers for Emergencies.
AP, it could be.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. I'm watching the side chat here, guys. So see if anything good pops up there. All right. So you got there are a bunch of dyed in the wool. I am not a prepper. I don't do this. I don't do that. I would never be a prepper. People. Then when I asked them about, and I froze, what they do, how they got there, what they do to get there. I said, oh, so you prepared by doing this, this, this. You're prepping to do this. You're prepping to do that. So you are a prepper. You're a closet prepper. Why don't you come out of the closet and go ahead and be a real prepper?
But they're afraid of the families. I mean, I've got family members who have only recently openly admitted they prep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my sister, who is 6 years older than me, and she's just now starting to openly prep.
Yeah.
And she admits it, that she was watching my videos and it kind of inched her into doing so. But now that she can actually see what's happening and she sees, oh crap, my little brother isn't exactly crazy, he's pretty damn smart.
That's what a lot of my family says, and I still got the crazy old kook symbol right here on my title. Because years everybody thought there's no such things as aliens. And the Navy says there's aliens. We won't have a pandemic, Uncle Al. We had a pandemic. I told them, you're going to have an earthquake. They all look at me, laugh. We're not going to have an earthquake. Guess what happened in Japan?
I had an earthquake.
Guess
yeah,
what?
now
the blood echoes are back over Japan and the east or the western coast of the United States and Mexico.
Yep.
Another possible earthquake coming.
So who's crazy now?
Yeah. So yeah, there are a lot of people out there are good. Some of them are good friends, but they just don't. They got these blinders on, and this one's CNN and this one's MSNBC, and they're kind of like, okay, this is what a prepper is. This is not what a prepper is. Not realizing, wait a minute, this is what a prepper is. What they're saying a prepper is not really what a prepper is.
Well, I think the biggest downfall in the whole stigma is doomsday preppers that was put on by, what was it, Discovery?
Yes.
They took the most obscure, fanatical people they could find.
And made them seem even worse than they were.
They gave that information to certain departments that you used to work for. As in possible homeland terrorist groups, but one of which is. But anyway, when they did that, it was what? I think after season 3, the Department of Homeland Security, in conjunction with the FBI, the CIA, and one other ABC group, put out a memo to the White House stating the following: these groups, which currently prepare in excess, could possibly be considered domestic terrorists. Please watch these groups accordingly.
Yeah, and then
people are afraid of getting that terminology put on their name because they're afraid they're going to get put on some list at an ABC group and targeted.
But then about 3 months later, another memo came out, which was not published, saying the first memo was in error. These are patriots. These that are doing this are patriots. You got to watch out for the ones that are actively violating the law. Those that are not violating the law are not terrorists.
Right. There was one group that openly shared on Discovery the fact that they had homemade automatic weapons. That group was raided by the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security 8 months after the show aired, which gave them more time to get more stupid stuff. Yeah. And in excess of 1,000 fully automatic weapons were taken off the streets, which I'm thankful for, Because these people didn't know what they were doing with them. They were training with them like idiots. So, hey, Mitts.
They weren't true preppers. They were
fanatics.
They were idiots without common sense.
Or in Spanish, loco en la cabeza.
Yeah. So basically, though, a lot, your basic prepper, their number one prep is not firearms. Their number one prep is not ammunition. Their number one prep is not radiological suits, tear gas, masks, any of that other stuff. Their number one prep is food, water, medicine, clothing, seeds.
Gardening.
Gardening tools. I mean, that's what they're, canning supplies. That's what most preppers actually prep for. Now, the ones that are closet preppers that I'm unfrozen, that don't think they're preppers, they could be your coupon clippers. Your it's on sale, 10 for 1 on sale. I'm gonna go ahead and buy 10 of them instead of 5. I'm going to get some extra stuff here. And then now, after this last year and 3 months, there are more going, oh, okay, I guess my neighbor that was doing all that stuff's not so crazy, so I can do a little bit. I can do a little bit of that. I won't be a real prepper, but I'll do a little bit of that. And there are a lot of people that are now Googling online, finding out what a prepper really is. They're finding about some of the preparedness organizations out there. And then some of them are actually going back and reading what was on ready.gov about getting prepared. Wait, the government was telling us to get prepared?
Yes.
But the mainstream media was saying not to. They were saying the government doesn't want us to. Yet ready.gov. You need to have 30 days worth of food. You need to have 90 days worth of food. You need to do this. You need to do that. Some people were so tuned in to only what was coming out on the Counterfeit News Network. And I'm not going to say the initials for MSNBC, but what it stands for.
Mainly and they were just on the shingle. I mean,
yeah. Look, I'm so focused at it. Oh, this is the only narrative that is true, and everything else is a lie, that they don't pay attention to what they are actually doing. In some cases, is prepping.
Right, they're trapped in their own soap bubble, their wonderful fantasy world.
Well, another issue is there is a lot of new people who in the last, let's say, 6-8 months, who've decided to become preppers, to be prepared. Mm-hmm. The problem is they're watching some of these channels, and I won't mention Barry Dependent's name, who say they're just going to go out and take what they want if crap hits the fan and things go down south. So they're getting the wrong mindset and the wrong, proper word to be training for it. They're not being taught to be prepared in advance, to know warning signs, when to bug out before everybody else does, because you can see the crap's coming downhill and you in the way. You need to get off the X and move. They're not getting that kind of proper training. They're watching these crazy channels that say, I'll just go out and take what I want. Go out and get yourself 1,000 rounds of M16 ammo. And, for one thing, Joe Schmo civilian can't get an M16.
Yeah.
He can get an AR-15.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not the same.
Where is the other one here? I'm looking up something else I want to put up here for you guys. I can find it. It's not popping up here quickly.
Also, buying camouflage gear does not make you a prepper. It makes you a target for everybody. You start jumping around
in the city,
in the country. If you start jumping around, some good old boy is going to take a pot shot out of you. Excuse me.
Well, the funny thing is people who have been properly trained to wear said combat camo they know what they're doing with it. They will blend in.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Schmo redneck down the street who only goes hunting with it and thinks he's Barney Badbutt with a yo-yo is going to be the first one shot.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to put a link in here in the side chat for you guys. Let's see. I get tagged out here. See,
You know, that brings up something I posted on my Facebook page last year. It's a scenario. You're on a plane. The plane's flying. You're on your way from, and we'll just use a couple cities. You're on your way from Los Angeles to Atlanta. An hour into your flight, the plane does an emergency landing. There's nothing over the intercom. The plane taxis. You sit in the plane for 2 hours. They're not saying nothing. Finally, the plane taxis over to the edge of a runway. A bus comes and takes everybody off the plane. You're told to leave your luggage and all belongings on said plane. That you will receive information when you get into the terminal. You get into the terminal, there's no employees. The intercom is dead silent. There's security guards trying to keep everybody inside. You have no idea where you're at. What do you do? What's the first thing you're going to do when you suddenly realize, because the power's out, there's no employees, you only got a handful of security guards and they're slowly trickling away? What are you going to do? Somebody who is prepared, somebody who has thought about these things, knows the second you realize you walk in and there's no employees and the intercom is dead silent and there's no power, you know crap has hit the fan. You already know it. You're not running around going, why isn't my phone working? You already know, okay, I was in the air for an hour and a half, Los Angeles. I should be somewhere near Biloxi, Mississippi, roughly. Taking a look at where the sun is. I need to go that direction, and I need to move now before they realize I'm gone and try and stop me.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things too, is that most people realize when you leave an airplane, if they take you off an airplane, they cannot make you leave your property there.
But see, the scenario is they ask you, they tell you to leave it all on there, and people are obliging because they don't understand.
Yeah.
So understand that.
Yes, David, I do not fly either. When I worked for DHS, guess what? I only flew once, and after that one time, they would not allow me to fly again. If I needed training, they sent people to me. So, all right. So I posted a link in the chat there. I went by there. It said Steve Corsair Trainers. Check out Steve's channel if you want some down to earth,
no BS.
No BS, common sense stuff. I'm just looking at it. All right, here. How to build a get home bag. I'm just trying to look here. I'm just trying to find the right ones he just did here. Sorry, it's just showing some of the most popular ones. Okay, food storage example: what not to eat. She showed some of the stuff problems he had. Places to start prepping for new folks. He has the Monday morning coffee, or as we call it, the Island of Misfit Toys. Really good open space to get stuff out. He has radio check on Fridays.
Mario's broke.
He has one here called the Civilization Foundation. Talks about what civilization is all about. He has some serious ones here. Let's check the playlist. Just give you a playlist real quick for you guys. Suburban garden, use of force, proper use of force, what you can and can't do. Where to start to get prepared, where to start with preparedness. Lessons from Venezuela. Bugging out, bugging in. Tabletop exercises, where he conducts tabletop exercises over several days of an event such as the Yellowstone eruption. Here's one of his series. Do you rate a badge? See if your skills meet the standards to get a Boy Scout badge. So there are, but as far as getting your friends prepped, getting the ones that are kind of borderline, getting them to come on over and to actually start doing it, there's a lot of little things you can do to point out, well, hey, you already are doing this, you're already doing that. You know, talking about showing the stuff you already want. You're already a prepper. You're just a knee-deep prepper. Why don't you wade in a little bit deeper here? You know,
get away from your ankles and get up to at least your knees.
Yeah, you know, see
and
what
David
you
made
saw.
Some
What
good points in his last video too.
Mm-hmm. See what's happening with you saw what was happening when we got a pandemic and what did everybody go out and do? Get by, and now there was a shortage of
TP.
Well, now it's not just TP. There's toilet paper, paper towels, napkins, plasticware, paper plates,
masks,
alcohol,
hydrogen peroxide, froze,
and
frozen pizza.
Yeah, frozen. Yeah, but you find out what stuff is that's the first thing that disappears off the shelves. Well, that's the first thing that right now that it's on the shelves. Get some extra of it. Every month, get a little bit more, so you have enough that'll last you for 6 months till after everyone's the next initial crash, which we have. Like say we have a
financial collapse.
No, new Madrid earthquake. Big one. That's going to set the whole East Coast off, the Midwest and East Coast off into a buying panic. And then that in chain reaction in the supply chain, like Dave and I both put out videos about this, is going to affect the rest of the country.
Right. like a trucker strike. Everybody's thinking about it. Or manufacturing strike.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's put it in a very common perspective, something that even my son can understand who has a learning disability. If the New Madrid Fault cracks and separates, the Mississippi River going to flow backwards for about a day. Okay, which means the little rivers upstream aren't going to be little anymore. They're going to overflow their banks, which is going to shut down roads everywhere from Louisiana all the way to Canada. The entire country will be split in half by floods or damaged roads or other issues, literally separating one half of this country from the other.
Right.
90% of what you have in your home on the East Coast comes from the West Coast, and vice versa. Our manufacturing and on-time delivery system is majorly messed up. I can speak from experience. I did it for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
So
I was what Dave was saying there. Did a lot of research for my book series Against the Wind, and I think Dave froze. Against the Wind, and I took all the elevation maps to see what was within 300 feet of sea level if there was a tsunami wave coming in. And if there was a 300-foot tsunami wave coming up from the Gulf Coast up into the central states there, it would reach almost all the way to Illinois. I'm up in Illinois, and that they'd take out half of Texas.
Think you got?
He dropped Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Louisiana, Alabama, Arkansas. Yeah, there's a lot that would get hit hard. Here he's coming back in. All right, you back? All right. And so, there's a lot that would, that is low level. Anything in Florida, the highest elevation in Florida, the highest, 365 feet. The average height in Florida, 132.
Right. And I have to mention something about the new mattress. Yeah, I know Dave froze again. What's the largest, biggest water between the oceans?
The biggest waters between the oceans would be the Great Lakes.
Right. And Great Lakes is like a little sea. So we had the earthquake. What's going to happen to all that coastline there? Yeah.
Well, it's going to be shaking.
You're going to have tidal waves in the Great Lakes.
Yeah. And if you have a fracture zone going up into the Great Lakes. Okay, Dave's trying it in again here. So let me remove that one. Add this one to stream. Are you there?
I'm back for a minute. I don't think they liked what I had to say.
Could be.
All right, yeah, because your other one's still in here down below. I'm going to kick that. There we go. All right, now we're set. But yeah, there could be a lot of little things that that if there's an event happen again, there's going to be a lot of these little things. There's going to be suddenly a shortage of. Al, did you freeze? No. Okay.
No, I just looked like that.
Yeah, you just look like that. So there's a lot of things but I froze that time.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of somebody's touchy button.
Yeah. There's a lot of little things you can help your friends and neighbors to prepare with that would help them get prepared where they don't feel like they're stepping over that boundary of becoming, am I going to be a doomsday prepper? You know,
And bottom dollar, that's not, that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good purchase.
Mm-hmm.
And if other people are looking for said items, go check out at checkout Doc Bones and Nurse Amy. Check out their tech. They have all the medical supplies you could need, want, or ask for. And if they don't have it, both of them will work diligently to try and locate and allocate it for your needs.
Yeah, so bottom dollar, Tina's asking, where'd you get your kit at? And that's the thing too, is if you're going above and beyond and getting like a dental kit, trauma kits and stuff, even though you're not trained, make friends with a doctor or a dentist, because a lot of times
doctor in our back pocket.
Yeah.
That's why I sent all my nephews and grandnephews to medical school. Because if Uncle Alan's going to die, I'm going to have my family take care of me. Of course.
The way these medical nieces and nephews you have prune your roses.
I wouldn't want them touching me.
I know they went to Harvard and they went to that fancy medical school I can't pronounce. Sinai or Sinai?
Yeah.
Sinai?
Mount Sinai Medical.
Okay, folks, get a medical bag. Okay? A big medical bag. Don't hesitate. You are your own first responder.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's what I'm going to do.
And David, guess what? It could happen yet again.
Yeah.
Every 1,200 or so years, or 12,000 or so years.
Aren't we due for one?
Yes, we are actually slightly overdue. We're at 13,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
Suspicious observers. All the technical data you need to understand that statement is there. And it's in geological history. It's not some conspiracy theory. It's fact.
Yeah. Getting started in homesteading. It's either Western Kentucky or Western Tennessee. The river changed, and now there's a portion of it that's now where it used to be on the one side of the river, and now there's this little like blocks on the other side of the river where it shifted. Yeah. Now, one of the things too, all I'm saying is the more people that you can get to come on board as a prepper, even if they're only ankle deep or knee deep, that's less stuff that they'll be coming to take from you in an event.
Or if you know a religious group that do this all the time, like the Mormon is Amish, and I forgot who's the other one.
Mennonites.
You don't have any problems. Have them for neighbors.
Yeah, because
the thing is, you put it this way: you have them for neighbors unless you're out there helping them and going over and working with them. Guess what happens when the disaster happens?
You get shot. I mean,
the gates, the barn door closes and the gate gets locked.
And don't let them fool you. Some of those religious sects actually have what could be considered commando groups by some military force. They're heavily trained, heavily armed, and their job is to protect the sanctity of their civilization if poop hits the fan.
Mm-hmm.
They are not.
In other words, they have guard dogs.
No, these boys are rabid dogs.
Yep.
Dogs of war. Yeah.
And they actually are raised in such a way that they have no conscience about killing somebody. None.
Yeah.
You try entering that compound, if the poop hits the fan, their job is to kill and not ask.
Yeah. Yeah, so you want to be on their sides. Drops.
Excuse me, sorry.
That's that is one of the urban rumors that is totally incorrect about Mormon churches having basements full of stuff.
No, they have it at their house, so don't bug them.
Yeah.
And don't forget about the compound out west.
Yeah. So one of the things that I'm going to deviate here for a second, and I'm going to do a quick little. If you guys hadn't seen my 1,500 subscriber giveaway video, I'm going to cover that really quick here. And whoop, yeah, okay, so we're talking about really quick here, so you guys can know what's going on. Okay, I'm going to be putting out an update. That first sentence was screwed up. Basically, you must be subscribed to the channel, have rung the bell, and then on this video, make a comment. So that's what. But the main thing to be qualified for the prizes, share the link for the video, which is actually down in the comment section, not comment section, the description section down below. Share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, wherever. Every time you share it, go back to that video and put this is where I shared it, and put the link in there. Every time you do that, you're in there for one more chance at the prizes.
Please the directions clearly. If you only make one post, you're only going to get one entry. If you make one post that says, I shared it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and all that, and even if you put all those links in, it's only one entry because the picker's only going to see one line. So if
the automatic thing
5 entries, you got to put the main, then a link, and another reply, and a link, and another reply.
Yeah. All right, and there's going to be 3 winners: first, second, third place. First place gets its choice of either, basically let me show you here. And let me get rid of my green screen again. Stop the green screen. Okay, so what I have is I've got 4 boxes. That's 48 lids, extra for the wide mouth. I got 48 lids. Whoop, dropped it. 48 lids of the regular or a emergency fire starting kit. All right, so what you do, so the first place person can pick either A, the emergency kit, or 4 boxes of whichever type lids, mix and match of the lids. Second place then gets his pick of what's, from the things that are left. Third place gets whatever's left. Unless, of course, I can find where if I had some of the other knives stashed, I may add a fourth one for one of those survival knives. But that is the giveaway. Check out the link down below if you haven't seen the video. There's already been people sharing links on it already. So, yeah, it's your opportunity now. This is gonna stay open until I hit 1,500 subscribers, and I am like 80 away. So as soon as we hit it, I'm going to make the announcement on a Friday night special and a Tactical Tuesday, and it'll come up on a following Friday night special where we actually do the drawing. Okay, and those of you that are in here that haven't done Dave's giveaway on his video, check it out. Let's see if I can throw that up in here real quick here. Close that. All right. It's going to take me a second here because I wasn't thinking about that. But Dave's is giving away a medical bag. So Southern Ohio Prepping. There we go. And come on, there we go. And videos. That's this one here. Come on. It's stinking.
Come on, you can do it. That share right there is for a comment. My share is
okay. Yeah. All right. So this is what he's giving away, plus the shirt book, and this is the
Frozen.
There's the link to his giveaway. So go to his closes tomorrow night. So you got time to get in there. All you got to do is make a comment on his. All right. And okay, so Dave put something else up here.
Okay, for those who were talking about toothache issues, this stuff right here, Red Cross toothache medicine, is the bee's knees when it comes to relieving dental pain. The caveat with it is if you use it for too much for too long, it will eat the enamel off the rest of your teeth. Okay, use it very sparingly. Use it in emergencies. It will get you by. I speak from experience.
I'm sorry, I just had to put that up there. Tibor has such good ones. I had to put that one up there.
And that right there is carried at CVS, Walmart, all your good pharmacies, Myers, Kroger, they all have it. That right there is what you want to look for. Red Cross toothache medicine.
Yeah. And if you're a supporter of the great Amazon, they have it too.
Amazon. Oh, wait, no, that's Yahoo. Never mind.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right. See you, Mitts.
Yeah. Take it easy, Mitts. Your fiance. Don't forget, have your fiance go and get a hold of Jess, and or you start watching some of Jess's old videos, especially the playlist on keto, on how to start it, and keep it going. All right. Let's see. We're at time here. So next Friday.
3 minutes.
Yeah, next Friday at 9 o'clock Eastern. Dave will have his live stream at 9 o'clock. I'll have mine at 10 next week. Hey, Faithful Prepper. And we will be going over, Dave, do you have a topic yet for Friday?
The giveaway, and we'll see what current topics are available.
Okay, so we'll be doing this giveaway on Friday, and then from there we'll see where it leads. And then mine on Friday is going to be we're going to talk about what is a bug out location. Not what most people think a bug out location is, what a real bug out location really is, and which state is the best place to have a bug out location. And
we'll discuss on my live stream prior to yours. We'll discuss maps.
Maps,
because that'll be a good lead into yours as well.
All right. Cool.
And for people who listen to us tonight, there's a book by this lady, Lydia King, that discusses preppers and everybody else from 1958 to present day. And they'll get all the terminology and what Dave said and what Gil said over here in the book. So please read it.
Yeah. And we're just remember, being prepared should not be a stigma. It should be what's the word I'm looking for? A morale booster, a support, because being prepared means you're not going to have to face what a lot of other people are going to have to face whenever there is a problem. Yeah, and unfortunately, Kaylin's going to miss the bug out one because she's going to be at camp next week.
Awesome. The simplest thing to remember: if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
By default.
Yep.
All righty.
Even if you don't make a choice, you've already made a choice.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what's coming. That's what's coming up this Friday. Next Tuesday, Dave will announce on Friday what his topic is going to be for next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, my topic is going to be communications. What is your plan to communicate when your cell phone don't work?
Oh man.
I
like my cell phone.
Where to go? There we go. And Tibor has it right. Once a scout, be prepared, always a scout. All right, folks. We're going to wrap it up here now. Any last words, Uncle Al?
No. I think we covered everything, all the bases and stuff.
Yeah. Dave, any last words?
Not at the moment.
Okay. And we're going to go. Yeah, everyone's bowing out good on the side check. Okay. So, as always, everyone, stay happy. That's a good morale booster. Just your being happy can keep everybody else in your family or your group happy. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next video we do.
Later.